Welcome back. It's day 2, and I'm still wearing the same thing. I know you've seen that trick. It's day 2, it's day 3, and it's still actually the same day. Regardless, we are back with video number 2. And today's myth is, are there special skills needed? The answer to that is no. We're done. See you tomorrow. No, I'm kidding. All right, so here's the deal. There is no certification that you can earn to house sit. There is no special degree out there that you need to spend money on and invest in a loan to learn to get. House sitting is 100% common sense. And if you are blessed with common sense, then you, my friend, will be an amazing house sitter. I'm just guessing, you did not grow up in a cave or under a rock. So you are familiar with living inside of a building, of a home, of an apartment, right? The only difference here is that it's someone else's. Your name is not on the lease, it's not on the mortgage, it's not on the title, it's someone else's home. And yes, there are certain rules of etiquette and the golden rule, of course, the golden rules that should be followed. But as far as needing special skills to house sit or even pet sit, there really aren't. Here's what you need to know to get started with house sitting. It's as simple as having one of these: iPhone, Android, whatever your drug of choice is for your phone. Having a phone is first and foremost the most important thing you need and skill you need to know, which is how to operate, how to pull up the Trusted House Sitters app and start booking your sits. This is what I teach. This is my preference. I have gotten dozens of people started on house sitting very quickly thanks to this app. So if you are interested in learning more about Trusted House Sitters and how to get started on the app, I recommend you sign off and go check out my masterclass, which is available for $97 right now as of November 2024. And I actually lay out in that 60-minute class from beginning to end how to set up your profile, how to get started, how to find house sits, how to book house sits, and how to guarantee that you land the ones you apply for. There are several templates that come with that course to get you started, to help you with your applications and your application letters, and just different things you'll need to have along the way as you get started house sitting. So once again, the only special skill you need is knowing how to use your phone and pull up the Trusted House Sitters app, plain and simple. Aside from that, it really is common sense. The homeowner is going to leave you with instructions. If there are things happening where there's a delivery coming, right? They will let you know when that delivery is happening and when to expect it and what to do with the delivery when it arrives. If by chance something breaks in the house, plumbing issues, whatever, they're going to have the handyman's number, right? The person to call in case of emergency available for you. If you are pet sitting, you will get access to that pet's veterinary. Yeah, that's right. That's right. To their doctor, to their clinic of choice. Most times, the homeowner will also leave you with a letter of intent that you can bring with you that states you are watching their animal and you have, I don't want to say power of attorney, but you have the ability to bring the pet in for care and it will be billed to the homeowner, pet owner, not you. Very important. But there's no special skills you need. You don't need to be a plumber. You don't need to know how to build a house. You don't need to know how to, take care of an animal more so than feed it, make sure it has something to drink, has water, take it for walks, and make sure it stays alive, first and foremost. I honestly, when I came into this, I was not a pet person. I had a cat when I was very young, but that was it. And as you know, cats are pretty mellow, pretty simple. They stay to themselves. So it wasn't that big of a deal. But I really came in here without knowing much about how to take care of a dog, other than like, okay, I should probably go walk it. I should make sure it has food. That was the most intimidating part. But from the beginning, our very first house sit, the pet owners took us through their dog's daily routine. They left us instructions. They told us where to find the food, how much to give, how often, how to fill up the water bottles, make sure they have water in these places in the house. Here's the vet's number. Here's the case of emergency number. Everything was laid out. It really can be that simple. And whatever you don't know, you ask. One of the things that we get, I would say, called out a lot about in our reviews or testimonials is that we're not afraid to ask questions, right? I come into every house with a list of questions. I've got my notebook, I'll have my phone with notes in it, and I'm ready to go. I'm like, okay, what about this? Or what about this? And that's important because one, you want to make sure that you are prepared for anything that can happen. And the things that you can't even think about right now, you want to make sure you have some place to go. So that case of emergency, in case you can't reach the homeowner or the pet owner, who else can you call, right? Again, back to trusted house sitters. If you are on their platform, you do have access to 24/7 pet care and emergency hotline in case anything else happens. You also are insured up to several $1 million in case anything happens with the property itself. This is why I love and recommend trusted house sitters, because if you are getting started by yourself or just getting started, period, this is brand new for you. Having that layer of support built in to what you're doing, right? That takes a load off. There is so much, even more less stress involved in getting started. So not only are you losing the stress of paying your rent or your mortgage monthly, you're losing the stress of making ends meet with maybe the little money coming in versus the lot that has to go out. And you're losing that much more stress of having to figure out, how do I do this and not cost myself more, either trouble, headache, heartache, whatever. Start with Trusted House Sitters. It is an amazing platform. It is worth every penny, and it's not that expensive, by the way, but it's worth the money. And the community that you will find there, and the community you will find here in House Sitter Academy, is really going to transform how you travel, how you expat, how you sabbatical, how you move around the world with ease and confidence. All right, that was day number 2, video number 2. No special skills needed. Just get started. I will see you for video 3, the last video in the series, for the final myth, which is a lot of fun, actually. I'll see you then. Peace.